morning, guys. Welcome to day 4 of the Malaysia tour. Today I actually left KL to another place called Malacca. This place has some history behind it, so I initially thought I'd go solo, but this is like 2 hours journey, so it's better to do it with a tour guide because there's history involved. And as you're aware, I'm pretty much interested in history, so I want to get all the facts right and get all the information that I can use it on my own video too. So we're at the pit stop. So about 1 hour left for the journey, and yeah, I feel great. It's a bus, but I thought I'd meet some interesting travelers, but not sure. In this tour, it's all almost like everyone's middle-aged and old. So hopefully I get someone to take good footage of me for my home videos. But I'll be trying out some Malaysian food. But it's gonna be like a walking tour, so hopefully there's enough battery to get all the footage. If I do meet some interesting people, maybe I'll take a video of the tour guide because that's informational. Alright, see you in Malacca.
The Dutchman's land for the Portuguese. Okay, so the Portuguese and the Dutch, they don't go well together. You know why? Because the Dutch, they were mostly Protestants, and the Portuguese, they were Catholics. Yes, so Catholics and the Dutch, yes, they don't go well together. Protestant and Catholics, they don't go well. Okay, so what happened? How come it is built on a Dutchman's land, a Catholic church? Is because, are you familiar with the Napoleon War? Anybody? Yes, Napoleon War. Yeah. Basically, the Napoleon War is where the Spanish, the French, they were actually attacking all of the other European countries, trying to conquer them. So Holland and also Portugal were involved in this. Okay, so what happened when Holland was being, attacked? Portugal actually aided them during the war. Yes. So when Portugal aided Holland during the war, what happened? Over here in Malaya, yes, back then it was known as Malaya. Malaysia was known as Malaya. So what happened? Over here, they actually softened up and built the first proper Catholic church for the Portuguese. When the Dutch arrived in Malacca, remember I said they burned down all of the church and the chapels, yes, that the Portuguese had built. Yes, all of the church and chapels were burnt down by the Dutch because they were very angry. They got cut off from the spice trade. The Portuguese were given option to either stay or leave. Some of them stayed because they had families, but they still followed Catholicism. So they didn't have any proper place to have prayers to pray. So they managed to build, small home groups. They didn't have proper church or chapel to go and pray. So when the Dutch, they decided to build this first church, proper Catholic church for the Portuguese. That is why it's so special. Yes, it is built on a Dutchman's land. This Dutchman actually donated his land to build this church. It started off as a humble chapel, yes, built by wood. Yeah, it is known as bangsa, we call it. So it is a wooden chapel, and then throughout the years we did some renovations. It is now a full-blown church, as you can see. It is not very grand, but if you have the chance to go inside, you would see that even though it is a Catholic church, it is mostly Dutch facade outside. Yes, it is mostly Protestant facade. It's very simple, yes. So if you go inside, there's normally stained glass, Jesus statues, yeah. So the stained glass are all very pretty, yeah? So if you have the chance, maybe next time you can come back. But today, public holiday, they are closed. Yeah? So our next stop is going to be the mosque. So mosque, it is closed as well. But this mosque, normally it's a photo stop. That's it. We won't be going in normally. Okay? So we are going to go and take pictures and then come back to the bus. Okay? So we're going to the beach to take pictures. Yes, this mosque is only 20 years old. And why is it so important? Because it is the first proper mosque that was built for the locals. Yes. So it is actually built on a private island as well. Yes, it's a man-made island where the mosque is built. It is 20 years old. 2006, the mosque was built in Malacca Gateway. Why is this private island so important? Because Malaysia, we have a marketing campaign which is called Visit Malaysia every 6 years once. Okay, so Visit Malaysia 2014 we had one, yes, and then it was actually established in 1999 by one of our tourism prime ministers. Okay.
That's the mosque, right close to the beach. Must be cool to build something like that at the time. But unfortunately, we cannot go inside. But I do see some people there. Maybe there's a path towards that, but not in our tour. The tour guide said we can only take pictures, so that's all we're gonna get for now.
Here is to show you this tree. This is the Indian gooseberry tree, Bukit, Malacca.
Oh.
Yes, sir? So there's fruits normally you see. It's very small. I'm not really sure if it's visible for you all, but the fruits, they are normally yellowish, greenish in color. It's like a small plum. Yeah. So this fruit, if you can actually eat it just like that, no problem. Yes, it's very good for your health. It is known to balance out blood sugar level in your body, and also if you have any clogs in your heart, it is believed to clear the clogs as well. It is mostly used in homeopathy or Ayurvedic medicines before even modern medicines were available. Okay, so this tree is widely available in the Malay archipelago, especially the regions of Malacca. Okay, if you are walking around Malacca, you'll see this tree everywhere. Yeah, and the what is that? The leaves sometimes it dries and falls off. Sometimes you have to brush it off. Okay, so okay, so since it's very hot, I'm gonna just explain the history over here, the shade over here. Okay, yeah, everybody. Okay, so do you see that building over there, the reddish brownish stone that is in ruins? Okay, that is actually the Porta de Santiago. Yes, it is the first gate to be built by the Portuguese in 1512. Yes, 1512. They started building this gate in 1512 and they were done by 1515. Within 3 years, the gates were all done. Not just the gates, the walls connecting each of the gates. Yep. So there were high walls, 50 feet at least, connecting each of the gates, keeping Malacca inside. So northwest, east, south, everything around. Yes, 4 gates in total. North, south, east, west, 4 gates in total were built, and high walls connecting each of the gates, basically. Yeah? So it's a circle, keeping Malacca inside. The reason why they were in a hurry to build this fortress is because of our Sultan. Yes, remember they went to war with our Sultan? And of course the Portuguese won. But then our Sultan, he was not happy. Okay? So when he fled to the neighboring state, the first thing he did was he tried to attack back. Okay? Trying to get Malacca back. So the Portuguese, they were scared that our Sultan will succeed somehow. So what happened? They fortified Malacca. These stones that you see, this brownish reddish stone that was used to build this building, this stone was common stone that was used in a lot of houses and a lot of places of worship during those days. So the locals, they like to build their houses using this stone. The reason why they built the houses using this stone, places of worship using this stone, is because laterite stone has a specialty, basically. It is coral stone. Yeah. So coral stone, what happens, it has spores, very small pores. Yeah. So when the wind passes through the building, it pushes out the heat through the pores, okay, keeping the building inside cooler than outside. The temperature inside is different. You can feel the temperature shift when you go inside. Later when you have the chance, you can go inside it, okay, of the building, and you can feel the temperature difference. The humidity, how do they manage during those days? This is how. Okay, they find ways like this because there was no AC, no fan during those days. Okay, so they have to find ways like this to manage the heat. Okay, and the Portuguese found out. Okay, Portuguese found out that laterite stones can be used for this purpose. So what do? They destroy all of the places of worship. They destroy all of the houses. They collect the stones and they rebuild it. Yes, they rebuilt the fortresses basically. Okay, so if you see later when you go to the fortress, this side of the fortress, if you see it is stacked properly, yes, they use cement. It looks nice. Yeah. So when you go to the other side of the building, the right hand side, okay, so if you're looking at the building straight, yeah, there's left and right to the building. This is considered the left hand side of the building. Yeah? So left side they use cement, it is stacked properly, nicely. But if you go to the right hand side, yes, the paste that they use to stack the stones, it looks muddy, almost like limestone. Yes, it is correct. They use limestone. Yes. So when the Portuguese, they were in a hurry to build the first fortress, they asked the locals, what did they use to build their own houses? So the locals, they actually used food items to build their houses. They used the paste. They made a paste by themselves. What are the food items that they use? Of course, limestone is not food item. Huh? They use limestone as well. And the main ingredient, yes, that forms the paste itself is actually, who can guess? It's something we eat for breakfast. Rice? Yes, they did use rice, but it is a liquid substance. But it's food. Egg. Yes, they used egg.
Egg white,
Yeah.
right? Egg white.
Egg whites.
Binder.
Correct. Egg whites, when it dries, it becomes sticky. Okay, especially when you mix it, it becomes foamy as well. Yeah. So they used egg whites to bind all of the ingredients together, mix it together. Okay. Don't ask me what happened to the egg yolks. Huh? They probably ate it, but they used the egg whites mostly. Okay. So they used egg whites, crushed seashells, crushed eggshells, pebbles, limestone, rice, honey. Okay. Whatever that is sticky that you find, they made it into a paste. Okay. They made it into a paste and they used that paste. It is evident. You can see it over there at the building itself. Okay. You go to the right side of the building, you will see the paste that they use is different compared to the left, this side. Okay. The reason why this side is different is because of the Dutch. Okay. When you go to the front of the building, you will see Anno 1617. Yes, you have to zoom in a bit. You have to look properly. It's not very obvious. So when
Yo guys, I'm at Bukit Malacca now. After the visit to the mosque, this is more like a town square in a way, like, you know, it's built out with different landmarks. So Bukit Malacca is the place we're going. Like at the top, there's like a lighthouse. That's where a guy told us to meet later. So then for 15 minutes, you're supposed to like, you can take pictures because there's some good architecture here. So I'll just show you around what it is. Unfortunately, I do not have the guide with me, so I would not be able to give like history and stuff because you can literally find that out on the web. But give you a quick glimpse of the landmarks instead. So that's the path towards the lighthouse, but you can take pictures here if you want. Then street shopping. What are you trying to do? You bargaining?
Huh?
Were you bargaining or something?
I just wanted to think.
Oh yeah, let's take what is this? This gives a good idea. It's Malacca Fortress. During the Portuguese, Dutch, and the early British period. Most of the drawings at the time showed marked differences on the layout. Okay, so this was during that time. Portuguese and Dutch were in war. So this was supposed to be a fortress, but they couldn't finish building. There's more information on this site. Porta de Santiago. Porta in Portuguese refers to the port. It was one of the four main gateways into the Portuguese fortress of Famosa. Leader of the Portuguese that conquered Malacca in 1511. Oh yeah, this was invaded by Portuguese, just like how India was invaded during the time. That's in Malaysian, so we'll just walk right there to show you the architecture. And then what happened? Look at that piece of architecture, man. It's beautiful. What is it called? Pen. What is it supposed to be?
We are supposed to be here, but this is closed.
Oh, it's closed. Oh,
Yeah.
today's a holiday. Unfortunately, bad day to travel to Malacca. But yeah, we can see like front. Shall we head back to the lighthouse?
I just want some video here.
Sure.
Place like around the canal. They won't get us there. We'll have free time after lunch. I'll go there. So you'll
Like
get
here?
some- yeah, you'll get some nice footage there. That's a good
Okay.
place.
This is the way. This is the way.
Yeah.
You want to get inside this? I mean, there's nothing to do, but it's just architecture.
Okay. One.
No, this is normal. Seen plenty of these. Let's go. So now comes the climb, guys, to the top. I wish I wore sunscreen. I'm being a sissy, but this kind of sun can penetrate.
Hi, morning.
Good morning, sir. Yes. That's the climb. Ready to run?
Yeah.
Look how stable the video is when I'm even walking. It doesn't jerk. It's the climb. Glad that I had decent breakfast, but no water. Dehydration could happen, but you gotta manage. Yep. It's not that much of a steep climb, but I'm holding so many things in my pocket. You okay? Let's walk, I guess. Alright, we joined some random group. Definitely could use an umbrella.
It's so hot here.
Yep.
What made you healthy?
That's why I said take umbrella.
Yeah.
KL is not that hot, right? I feel the sun penetrating my skin. But it's like one-time visit, so while we're here, we'll make use of it. Yeah. There is shade. That could be some tower. Malacca Tower.
Hello. Rich magnets, Mr.
Yeah.
Refrigerator magnets.
Yo, that's the view. I'm sure that's some tower, probably Malacca Tower or something, because I've seen the same in KL. And there are buildings, high-rise buildings. A small mini market here.
See, that's coming down.
Oh yeah, it's moving. What is that? Are there people inside?
I think so.
I can only zoom to X, unfortunately.
Okay.
So I'm here, guys. We made it to the lighthouse at the top. I'm getting a bit of shade here, but on the way up, it was pretty burning hot. So I want to give you an interesting fact about the name Malacca. It was originated from a tree, basically an Indian, I don't know, like a flower or something. So that's one thing. So goal is to be here for like 10 or 15 minutes, and then we rendezvous with our guide, and then move ahead for lunch. But every place is closed here, unfortunately, due to a holiday today. So let's try to make most of it, and let's just keep filming.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll show you around. It's like the good view of the Malacca city. I don't know what is that over there, but it looks good, right? It looks like a townhouse.
Yeah.
Like everything is like organized, same structure. And this is a bit touristy area, so there's so many people. This is the point for taking photographs.
Yeah.
Take a look at the statue. Is it recording?
Yeah.
Francis area. No, I think so. Can she don't like that?
We do have a statue for, I don't know who it is, but he lost his arms, fortunately. But they should have put something.
Francis Xavier.
Oh, Francis Xavier. The statue, not on the flesh.
Yeah.
Goa. Goa.
They buried here temporarily.
Okay.
Then they took it to India.
Oh, right. So this was mainly like Portuguese versus Dutch
Yeah.
kind of fortress. Alright, people be reading books. This is the so-called lighthouse. There are so many carvings. It's another one. Daughter of God took to heaven's throne and left your bodies here below. So many inscriptions, but barely readable unless you use an AI. So I'm going to use my AI agent, Mazer AI, to get the transcription, because yeah, it can pretty much detect any text using the vision model. I'll try that though. Let's try calling Mazer. I don't know what this actually means, so I want it to be transcribed. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to use my AI, Mazer AI, to get this translated. So I'll take a picture, translate, and tell me what it is. And it goes to my Telegram. I will reply. The network here is a little slow, so it takes some time. But it should. Yeah, now it's taking a lot of time. Yep, that's what it translated. Here is buried, here lies Anno Domini 659. So that's the power of this, I mean, AI. Can literally translate anything for you, audio, video, and even text, and even picture.
Wow, nice.
In the 1600s, when they took over Malacca in 1641,
Red
they
square.
started building these buildings over here. Basically, it's a colony. Okay? What the Dutch and the British they have in common is basically they like to build buildings, administrative buildings. They are administrative buildings. Their church, okay, and the what's that? The art gallery that you see is actually a post office. Huh? So the post office, everything in one place.
What it feels like when you have a crew. You walk with the crew. You have a guide waving a flag. That's crazy. Alright. Can we cross? There's no signals or something? There's no signals here. Traffic lights, can't see them, so you just walk when you feel like. Yeah, we have a view. Welcome to something's written there, but it's half gone, I think. Historic city, I guess. S has gone down. That's why. Oh, is this the river? Oh, it looks beautiful. We might lose the crowd. That's a river. Riverfront. Yep. Oh, crew stopped here, so we're gonna be there. Tahun Malewat Malaysia dan Malaka. I hope that's how it's pronounced. The busy street. Now we're going to the Jonker walk. Got Jonkers here. Roll in. Gotta be sure about my wallet, my phones. It is very crowded. It's actually good for some street interviews, street walk. Yeah, but it's hard to speak, you know, we're going straight.
Yeah.
It should be like side by side.
Yeah.
I'm still filming.
So hot here.
Yeah, that's why I'm on this side. It's like a market. The camera captures what it wants to capture. Whoa, what's that food? Right, right. This is that. Tan Kim Hook. Looks like it's an alcohol shop.
Oh, that's a flag.
Right. Huh?
No, that's our flag.
Oh yeah, the guy. I am hungry. It would have been best to come here at evening so there's less heat.
Yeah, let's eat.
But we have to head back. Or else you should stay here.
For KL and the surrounding streets, comment like number different.
Oh yeah.
So hot.
KL at least, you know, in the evening it becomes cooler. Like there's cloudiness and you know, light rain. Oh yeah, this looks good design. What is that? A temple? I don't know. We cannot go inside, but let's film it. but let's not get stuck. I'm gonna walk faster because miss the crew. I do see the flag. They're very front. Our guide just went way fast ahead, so we cannot stay here or look into stuff. Some of these Malaysians are very pale for this temperature. Shit. Yeah, these people are for our group. Was another one. Look at that. Jonker walk, muscle bodybuilder. Only. Guys, we found the guide. She's just in front of us, so I just had to do some catching up, so didn't shoot the part. But yeah, the place looks like this. It still says welcome to Jonker Walk. We're walking in the blazing sun. I ain't got no umbrellas, just Ray-Bans. Let me take the lead. Now we're up to pace. That's all Malacca is about. Half of the things were like closed. This is the result of walking for 1 hour in the sun. Finally gonna get our meal. So we finished our lunch. The group actually headed out. I, on the other hand, don't want to step into the heat for various reasons. Also, my stomach kind of feels like full, so I thought I'd just rest here for a while. Food we had was good. Like we had like eggs, chicken, prawns, vegetables. So it was like table was full of food, and then they were like seated together with other people, so we all had to like share, eat our part, finish it. So I wanted to go like the riverfront, so maybe I'll just head out there before the bus departs at 4 o'clock. Right now it's 2:30, so my battery kind of died midway, so I couldn't film most of the things, but we're towards the end of the tour. What I have got here is just Jonker Street, and then this riverfront. If I could, go like 10 minutes further. One person in the group actually went there, so I'll get videos from her. I'll just post it. Anyways, but apart from that, there are only a few temples here. The street is almost finishing. Like it's almost dead end now. So I'll just show you like a last clip and then we're gonna wrap it up. Thank you everyone who stayed in, and stay tuned for this video. This will be like my 4th day here. Tomorrow I'm going to Bali, so I will be just chilling in the hotel, morning maybe pool, something like that. So yeah, this was an interesting trip for sure. Everything worked out as planned, with my AI also being beautiful, like assistance, I mean.